Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello, today we're making flamingo cupcakes. You're going to need some pretzel sticks. These are salted pretzel sticks. If you don't want the salt on them, you can just rub it off with your fingers, and whatever's left on there is not going to make a big difference. You're also going to need some candy melting wafers. That's that pink stuff in the bowl. The candy melting wafers can be melted in the microwave at 50% power. And then you're simply going to coat the pretzel sticks with the melted candy melting wafers. I purchased mine at a bulk food store, but they also can be purchased online and at craft stores as well. And you're just going to coat the pretzel stick. You don't have to coat the very end where your fingers are holding onto it, because that's going to go inside the cupcake. So it gives you a nice place to hold on to them. Just coat them evenly, let the excess drip off, and then place them on wax paper to harden. Now if you don't have the candy melting wafers, I experimented a little bit here. This is white chocolate that I've just put in some paste food coloring to tint it pink. It's not the same shade of pink, but it is pink. So if you can't get candy melting wafers, you can use white chocolate that's tinted with food coloring. I don't know how well the liquid food coloring would work with the white chocolate, however, but the paste food coloring works quite well. Then you're going to put them in the refrigerator for about 5-10 minutes till they're hard, until the candy melting wafers have hardened. Now for the cupcakes, I'm using mini cupcakes. Now, I found these at the grocery store already made. They're the perfect size for this. You need the mini ones, not the full-size cupcakes. I just removed the little bit of sprinkles that they had on them with a spoon. And I'm going to use the already made ones. Then I'm going to take some pink colored sugar here that I also purchased at a bulk food store, but you can make your own with food coloring and white coarse sugar in a Ziploc bag. And then just coat the tops of the cupcakes with the pink sugar. You could also tint your icing pink as well. It's up to you. But I like the color of the sugar. So you're going to coat your cupcakes with the sugar. And you're going to put some candy melting wafers in a Ziploc bag and put that in the microwave until it's melted. And you're going to cut off the end of the Ziploc bag, just a tiny hole. Now to make the wings, you just take the candy melting wafers on wax paper, and I'm just freehanding some wings here, just a wing shape. You can draw one out on a piece of paper and then just put it underneath there to act as a template so that they're all the same, or you can just freehand draw them like I'm doing here. Then you're going to put those in the refrigerator afterwards and let them harden. I also made a set of wings using marshmallows that I coated with colored sugar, and I'll show you those at the end. What they look, how they turned out. So once the pretzel sticks the candy melting wafers have hardened on the pretzel sticks, put a little tiny bit of the liquid candy melting wafer and attach a pink jelly bean at an angle. Then for the beak, you're going to use a Runts candy, the fruit flavored and fruit shaped candies. This is a banana. You break the banana in half, and then you're going to put a little bit of candy melting wafer and you just glue the beak on that way at an angle. Now here's a close-up view of that. So you attach the jelly bean and then the beak. Try not to use too much candy melting wafer when you attach them, and I'll show you why that is in a minute. So there it is, pretty much done except for a few details. And you're simply going to poke it into the cupcake. Then you're going to add the wings once they've hardened. And then you're going to add details like the eyes. This is black icing that I purchased in a tube. The decorator tip fits right on it with a coupler. And you just put a dot for the eye and one on the other side. You can see how you have one nice side and one not so nice side with these flamingos though, because wherever it's a little bit flat where the pretzel stick was laying down on the wax paper. And then just a little black streak on the beak to put a little detail on the flamingo's beak. Now you'll notice that the eye is kind of pointy, it's got little peaks. Once that dries a little bit, you'll be able to push that down with your finger, no problem, and it'll be nice and flat. And basically that's it, your completed flamingo. You can see on the beak there, if you put too much of the candy melting wafer, it makes it like a little lumpy thing. So try to use just enough to keep it attached. And I made a trio of them. I think these turned out really cute. I was actually quite happy with them. And you'll see the marshmallow ones in a moment here. There they are at the end. So I kind of took a marshmallow, cut it into sections, and then cut little wing shapes, and then just dunked it in colored sugar. You can experiment with that if you'd like. There you go, flamingo. Give it a try.